will be looking at a very important and a bit complex design pattern, which is the command pattern. So in command pattern there are 5 modules in a very general design of it. So first is the command itself, which is an interface. Second is the concrete command, which implements that interface. Third is the receiver. A concrete command is a command for the receiver. Fourth, we talk about the invoker, who basically executes a command. And fifth one is the client, which talks to the receiver. And concrete command is created by a client. So client creates the concrete command and passes the receiver to it. Okay, so let's look at the code for a greater amount of clarity. So first of all, we see the first module, which is the command module. Its code is pretty simple. There is just a public void execute method. So it is just a declaration of this method. That's all. Now we are having some concrete commands which are implementation of this method, of this interface, sorry. So this is the second module which we consider. So let's see. Let's consider a bring water command. Here we are having a nephew object reference. So this is the third module, which is the receiver. So when we try to implement the execute method of our parent, we actually call this bring water method on this nephew reference, because this is the actual receiver, and nephew class is basically having the business logic to execute this bring water method, and this is simply a constructor. So basically behind the scenes we are calling the nephew's bring water method when execute method is called on us. So basically if we look back at the class diagram, so the invoker will call execute method on this command, which is implemented by one of the concrete commands here, and that concrete command execute method will in turn call this action method on the receiver. So the execute method's body is receiver.action. So it basically delegates whatever task is given by the invoker to the concrete command. It basically delegates to the receiver. Okay, so I think the third module is clear. This is the actual business module, which is actually doing the getting the task done. Okay, so here the nephew is the one who is actually bringing the water. So this is the receiver. Now let's look at the other command. So this is a clean room command. So sorry, here I forgot to return implements command. After this, here implements command will be there, because this is the Java lingo for a class which implements an interface. So here implements command will be there, and here also implements command will be there. So this is a cousin reference, and this is the clean room commands constructor, simple constructor, as you can see, and this is the execute method in which we are calling cousin's clean room method, the actual business method. Okay, so now I hope the third module is also clear, the receiver one. So basically three modules are clear as of now. Command, the interface which is known to the invoker, concrete command, the actual implementations of that interface, the receiver where the actual business logic is there to get the task done. Now two more modules are left. Let's see the fourth module. What's the place of fourth module here in the whole design pattern? So here is the fourth module. So here invoker is big brother. So invoker is the class which actually gives the command. So basically it is having a command reference, command my command, and we can set a command. So whatever command we want bring big brother to give, we can set it. So this is pluggable, we can change the command as well during the runtime of our program. And whenever big brother's order something is called, so this my command.execute will be called by the big brother. So big brother knows only execute method, and these concrete classes like bring water command, clean room command, these are responsible for converting this execute method into bring water or clean room, etc. Okay, now let's look at the client class. So the client class is having the main method. So it is basically having two tasks. First one is the receiver. So it instantiates a receiver, so it's creating a new nephew object which is the actual object which will get the task done. And so other is concrete command. It creates a concrete command, bring water command object, and passes the nephew reference to it. These big brother things, that is the invokers things, we need not do in the client class, but we, because it's an optional, because you can see this client is not directly related to the invoker. It creates a concrete command object, it creates a receiver, and it sets and it passes the receiver to the concrete commands, what is it, the constructor. So basically that's the task of a client. So creating a new invoker, setting the command to be given in the invoker, and actually ordering that command, those things can be done by the client or maybe a third party, some queue. This client puts them in a queue and the invoker takes them from the queue and execute them. So these are maybe indirectly done by the invoker. Okay, so it's creating a big brother also instance. In our case, in our sample example, we do all the tasks in client only. Actually these two tasks are important. These three tasks can be done outside also. So we create a big brother, we set its command as bring water command, and when we call order something, it will call bring water.execute, which will in turn call bring water.execute, which will in turn call nephew.bringwater, which will get the actual work done. So if suppose here in set command, let's say we have created a cousin object and we have created clean room command instead of this and pass the cousin object in it. Whatever clean room command object I have got, I have set my big brother's command as that. So big brother dot set command clean room command, and whenever and in next line if I do big brother dot order something, it will in turn call